Alright, I am Johnny, the singer
And I'm John, the drummer.
of Job for a Cowboy.
Who are playing an arena show with
Yep.
Megadeth. Are you guys surprised that it happened this early in your career?
Definitely. I never thought we'd ever be playing an arena, and Megadeth alone is weird enough. Like, I was brought up with stuff like Megadeth and Pantera, and I think like when I was a teenager, like my mom got me into all that. She's kind of like a metalhead herself. So like when I became a teenager, I guess I found like harder things like death metal to rebel against her. So it's just kind of weird, and looking back at it all, that we're actually touring with a band as high as Megadeth.
Much like him, my father got me into all this stuff. Just walking into these giant arenas is
Yeah,
it's quite shocking. So
it's different. We're used to that small club atmosphere for sure. It's like we still feel like that shitty local band playing in our parents' garages, and we're just lucky enough to tour the world with it. So it's just weird. Like I look back, if I saw this like a year ago, I would never actually picture this actually happening. So it kind of all just goes over our head.
yeah, quite the culture shock sort of thing going on.
Around what age, what concerts did you bring you to? Can you get into that?
She took me to a Megadeth concert, Metallica concerts. I think I was 9 years old. My first Megadeth concert I went to, just way in the back, hanging out with my mom. I don't know, that was just my normal life as a kid. Music and metal was just always part of the lifestyle, I guess.
And my dad, my first concert ever was Kiss when I was, I don't even remember, 12 maybe. But it was in a giant arena, and just walking in and seeing the whole stage set up and everything was pretty ridiculous. But I was brought up like listening to Motley Crue and Wasp and Black Sabbath. And my first ever, I've been to like 4 Ozfests, all with my father, so he pretty much got me into everything. But yeah, seeing a Black Sabbath for the first time from 12 rows away was a pretty stunning experience, and altered my life course into what I'm doing today. Plus my dad's a drummer, so he's the reason I play drums and everything. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's definitely a cool guy.
Yeah? A little bit of a darker setting here. The topic of romance. Now, death metal and romance are often not paired in, in discussions.
Yeah.
Death metal, if anything, the way that it addresses love is, recommending, you to kill your girlfriend, to dismember her.
Yeah, I think anybody in a metal band, they're all kind of emotional people, probably more than the norm. I don't really know how to explain it, but just meeting all these people on tour, it's kind of the way it is. It's weird. Like we had a joint interview with Behemoth and Gojira on Radio Rebellion, and that topic got brought up, and everyone kind of agreed on that whole kind of romance side of the extreme metal genre.
How would, let's say you, for example, initiate a romantic encounter? I'm
probably the last person to ask for advice. So I'm just a horribly awkward guy when it comes to conversation, and I need social lubricant just to make anything happen, whether it be romance or just talking to a normal person.
Okay.
We're all pretty socially
inadequate,
inept people.
Yeah.
But with whether it be, like you said, with a romantic situation or with bands or anything, so
we're just awkward fucks.
We're awkward fucks. Bobby's not our guitar player. He's a social.
You can talk your ear off.
Yeah, he can talk your ear off. But us, it's just like, you get some booze in us and we'll talk for hours. But
look how awkward this already feels right now.
It's already awkward.
Sorry.
But I mean, isn't awkward amazing? People would say your music is awkward, and in that regard, it would be a reflection of your personalities.
I guess.
In some respects, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in terms of your the recent record you just put out, which a lot of good reviews, a lot of mixed feelings about actually the vocal range. One thing that I heard was it's been put out is that there's no more, I guess, what they call breathing in that record. Is there a particular reason why you cut that out?
Why there are no more breathes?
Yes.
It just kind of became a trend in the genre. I just want to stray away from it. I mean, as far as like vocal-wise go, I just wanted to focus more on faster rhythmic patterns that'd be more difficult for kind of like the average person to do. I just kind of focused more on that and laid off the range and took out the breeze, I guess.
So now it's job for Cowboys breathe free.
I make, who knows? We'll see in the next record, but probably.
How many emails do you get asking you, how do I breathe?
It makes me want to kill myself.
So I guess that's the price you pay. Do you guys read much on the road?
Read occasionally. Like I just picked up like Edgar Allan Poe's full on, like all of his works. We're all into, for the most part, into reading books about atheism, just random topics, you know, stuff that a lot of the the lyrical content is about, plus what we personally feel.
How do you envision your lyrics developing in the years to come, if you can predict that at all?
I don't really know. I mean, I'm just really into like I'm a pretty militant atheist. I've said that in interviews before, and I'm just really into religious conspiracies and kind of up-to-date politics and all that, and how that can even tie into religion. So I'm probably just kind of along those lines as far as this band goes. I'll think I'll keep going with that and rolling with it.
Think you have a greater audience for your anti-religious sentiment? Like,
In what way?
well, I mean, you know, I guess in the early 90s, Deicide were, you know, criticized early on, and then
Yeah.
the popularity kind of, you know, rose along with the popular anti-Christian sentiment that's been spreading,
Yeah.
you know, outside death metal, just in general.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you think that, you know, you have a greater audience in younger kids these days?
Yeah, I think every kids are more into that thing more and more. Like every year, the younger they are, and then they study into religion. So yeah, definitely.
Realize the hypocrisy of it and seek out venues for, you know, how they want to express themselves via our lyrics or DSI's lyrics or any other band, you know.
If you had a pope here in front of you and he was tied up, I mean, how would you address his presence?
I'd be curious of why he was tied up.
He'd be tied up for you guys
Oh,
too.
yeah?
That'd be awkward. I think.
That'd be awkward. I'd say, "Hey, how's it going?" Say, "Nice hat." Probably as far as it'd go.
I'd probably just walk out.
Yeah, I'd pure sheer awkwardness. Probably just walk out of the room. Or just go across the hall and be like, "That was weird."
Dude, we just saw the Pope.
Yeah.
You guys might want to go over and check it out. He's tied up. So.
If your tour manager came in, brought you guys a bat, said, "All right, guys, we'll be back in 10 minutes. Do what you want."
I'd probably just trash his dressing room, not the Pope.
Yeah. We're pretty anti-violent people, so
Yeah.
Who are some bands that influence you guys, you know, lyrically, musically? Some of the more unknown bands.
name dropping question. It was the hardest one of every interview.
Yeah. Just Decapitated.
Yeah, like one of our biggest influence of the last record was definitely Decapitated. It's one of my favorite bands of every record they've ever done.
Obviously DSI.
Yeah.
Just the seminal death metal bands, I guess.
Yeah, it just kind of anything modern death metal goes was a huge influence on the last record. And further than that, I mean, I don't know.
We're not like super straightforward death metal dudes. All of us.
Yeah.
Pretty wide range of music.
We kind of listen to just about everything out there.
How do you keep your hair straight and clean?
To keep my hair straight and clean, I brush it and I condition it and shampoo it.
Yep.
Solid.
Hopefully we shower enough where it doesn't look like grimy hell.
Okay.
Long hair on tour sucks.
That's a good note to end the interview. Unless you have any I guess bands or people who you'd like to give a shout out.
Just thanks for all the support from all of our fans, and just check us out and buy a record.
Or a t-shirt.